In Chinese entertainment, being rich is not just about salary. It is about how many industries your name can touch, how many decades your face can still sell, how many times fame can turn into box office, music sales, endorsements, business ventures, real estate, production power, and cultural legacy. Because a truly wealthy actor does not only earn from acting, he builds an empire around his image. And when we talk about the richest male actors in the Chinese-speaking entertainment world, three names immediately stand in different eras of power: Jackie Chan, Andy Lau, Xiao Zhan. Jackie Chan represents global cinema wealth, a career built across Hong Kong, Hollywood, action films, endorsements, production, and business, with Forbes previously estimating his net worth around $350 million, and other recent reports placing his fortune around $400 million. Andy Lau represents 4 decades superstar wealth: actor, singer, producer, businessman, and one of the most commercially successful Chinese-language entertainers ever. Xiao Zhan represents the new economy, fandom power, brand value, and traffic star commercial force in the digital era. 3 men, 3 money machines. 3 completely different definitions of wealth. But who is truly the richest and most powerful? The first thing we have to be clear about is this: celebrity wealth is never perfectly transparent. Net worth estimates are often based on public reports, business activities, past earnings, assets, endorsements, and media calculations, not a complete view of private finances. So this ranking is not about pretending we know every bank account. It is about understanding whose career has produced the strongest, most visible wealth machine. And that is exactly why Jackie Chan, Andy Lau, and Xiao Zhan are such a fascinating top 3. Jackie Chan represents global entertainment wealth at its highest level. His fortune has been widely estimated around $400 million, with his money coming from decades of film salaries, Hollywood and Asian cinema, production, endorsements, investments, and business ventures. Forbes also listed him with $40 million in Celebrity 100 earnings in 2020, proving that his earning power stayed massive even late into his career. Andy Lau represents old-school superstar wealth. He is not just an actor. He is also a singer, producer, presenter, and one of Hong Kong's most enduring commercial entertainers. Public estimates vary, with some reports placing his net worth around $70 million, while other celebrity wealth databases estimate closer to $105 million. The exact number may differ, but the larger truth is clear. Andy Lau built his wealth through decades of multi-industry dominance. Xiao Zhan represents new generation commercial value. His wealth is much harder to verify publicly, but his brand power is undeniable. Recent industry coverage calls him one of the most bankable C-drama actors, and his endorsement list between 2025 and 2026 includes major roles with brands such as Honor, L'Oreal Men Expert, La Met, Meituan, USI, and Huawei Sayac Z7. So this ranking is not only about estimated net worth. It is about 4 things: accumulated fortune, earning history, business expansion, and current brand power. Because the richest actors are not always the ones earning the loudest today. They are the ones whose name has turned fame into assets, assets into influence, and influence into an empire. If there is one man in this ranking whose wealth feels less like celebrity money and more like a full entertainment empire, it is Jackie Chan. What makes Jackie Chan so difficult to compare with almost anyone else is that his fortune was not built from one market, one language, or one era. It was built across decades, across industries, and across borders. He did not simply become rich because he acted in successful films. He became rich because he turned his body, his name, his action style, and his global image into a brand that could travel almost anywhere in the world. That is the difference. Jackie Chan is not only a Chinese-language superstar, he is a global cinema figure. His money comes from a career that moved through Hong Kong action cinema, Hollywood franchises, international film salaries, endorsements, producer credits, licensing deals, and business ventures. Forbes estimated his net worth at about $350 million back in 2015, while more recent estimates commonly place him around $400 million. Forbes also listed him with $40 million in 2020 Celebrity 100 earnings, showing that his earning power remained massive even late into his career. And that is what makes him terrifyingly hard to beat. Because Jackie Chan's wealth is accumulated wealth, it is not just current brand heat. It is not just fandom conversion. It is the result of a lifetime of monetizing global recognition. Every era of his career added another layer: martial arts films, action comedies, Hollywood breakthroughs, voice acting, production, endorsements, and his own business-related ventures. Sources discussing his earnings also note endorsements, producer credits, and cinema-related business as part of his financial machine. What makes his case even stronger is that his image is still internationally recognizable. A younger star may dominate social media for a period. A traffic actor may generate explosive sales through fandom. But Jackie Chan's name belongs to a different category. He is the kind of celebrity whose identity has become permanent in global popular culture. That kind of recognition can keep producing value long after the normal peak of an acting career has passed. And that is why his wealth feels so different from Xiao Zhan's. Xiao Zhan represents the new digital commercial economy: fast, intense, fandom-powered, brand-driven. Jackie Chan represents something older but much larger in accumulated scale: decades of international box office, licensing, business, and worldwide memory. One is the power of modern market activation. The other is the power of a global legacy that has already turned into assets. That is why Jackie Chan stands as the most obvious financial giant in this top three. His career did not just make him famous, it made him bankable across continents. It made his name usable in films, products, media appearances, and business ventures for decades. That is the true sign of elite entertainment wealth: when your image keeps earning even after the industry has changed multiple times around you. Jackie Chan is not merely one of the richest Chinese actors. He is one of the rare Chinese entertainers whose fortune reflects not only success, but global cultural ownership. If Jackie Chan represents global action cinema wealth, then Andy Lau represents something just as impressive in a different way: 4 decades of superstar earning power. Andy Lau's wealth does not come from one explosive era. It comes from endurance. He is not only an actor who became famous, or a singer who sold records, or a producer who moved behind the scenes. He is all of those things at once, and he has been all of those things for an unusually long time. That is what makes him financially powerful. Because in Chinese language entertainment, longevity is money. Every decade adds another layer: film salaries, music concerts, album sales, endorsements, production investments, business ventures, and long-term public trust. Andy Lau built his fortune not by dominating one lane, but by refusing to disappear from any of them. He became one of Hong Kong's most iconic actors. He became one of the 4 heavenly kings of K-pop. He built a career as a producer and investor. And most importantly, he stayed commercially valuable long after many stars from his generation faded. That is rare. Public estimates of Andy Lau's net worth vary, often ranging from around $70 million to over $100 million depending on the source. But the exact number is less important than the structure behind it. Andy Lau's wealth is clearly built on a multi-industry career: cinema, music, live performance, production, endorsements, and business activity. And that makes him different from both Jackie Chan and Xiao Zhan. Jackie Chan's wealth feels larger and more global because Hollywood and international action cinema expanded his earning power worldwide. Xiao Zhan's commercial power feels newer, faster, and more fandom-driven. But Andy Lau sits between those two worlds, a traditional superstar whose name has remained profitable for decades. That kind of wealth is not flashy. It is stable, layered, deeply earned, and that may be the most impressive thing about him. Andy Lau is not rich because one generation loved him. He is rich because multiple generations kept choosing him. They watched his films, listened to his music, bought tickets to his concerts, trusted his image, and allowed his name to remain valuable across changing entertainment eras. That is why Andy Lau belongs so high in this ranking. He represents Chinese male celebrity wealth at its most durable, the kind built not from one peak, but from a lifetime of turning talent, discipline, and public love into long-term commercial power. If Jackie Chan represents accumulated global cinema wealth and Andy Lau represents 4 decades of superstar earning power, then Xiao Zhan represents the newest and fastest kind of celebrity wealth, digital-era commercial power. What makes Xiao Zhan so fascinating in this ranking is that his financial force does not come from decades of film salaries or old-school music empire building. His power comes from a newer system: fandom conversion, brand value, digital visibility, consumer activation, and the ability to turn attention into sales almost instantly. That is a very modern kind of wealth. Because in today's Chinese entertainment market, an actor does not need 40 years to become commercially massive. If his fandom is powerful enough, if his brand image is trusted enough, and if his name can move products, then his value can grow at terrifying speed. Xiao Zhan is one of the clearest examples of that. His income and net worth are harder to verify publicly than Jackie Chan's or Andy Lau's, but his commercial impact is obvious. He is one of the most bankable C-drama actors of the current era, with a long list of brand partnerships across fashion, beauty, food, technology, and lifestyle. The reason brands keep choosing him is simple: his image converts. That is the key word: conversion. Xiao Zhan's fans do not only watch him, they buy, they promote, they trend, they turn campaigns into events. That makes him extremely valuable in a celebrity economy where attention alone is no longer enough. Brands want stars who can generate action, and Xiao Zhan has repeatedly proven that he can. But what makes his case especially interesting is that his wealth is still in motion. Jackie Chan and Andy Lau already represent completed empires. Their fortunes are built across decades and have the weight of history behind them. Xiao Zhan is different. He represents a fortune still expanding, younger, faster, and tied to the modern brand economy rather than only traditional film or music revenue. That gives him a very different kind of power. He may not yet match Jackie Chan's accumulated global wealth or Andy Lau's decades-long entertainment empire, but he belongs in this conversation because his earning potential is enormous. In today's market, Xiao Zhan is not simply an actor. He is a commercial engine, and that is why he deserves a place in this top 3. He represents the future of celebrity wealth in China, where fandom, branding, digital attention, and consumer behavior can turn one name into a financial force almost overnight. So in the end, the real question is not only who earns the most from one film, one endorsement, or one explosive year. It is who has built the strongest wealth machine. Because celebrity fortune is never just one number. It is the result of decades of visibility, smart positioning, public trust, business expansion, and the ability to keep turning fame into money long after the first wave of popularity has passed. And when you place Jackie Chan, Andy Lau, and Xiao Zhan side by side, each man represents a completely different financial era. With Xiao Zhan, the power is modern commercial conversion. He represents the new Chinese celebrity economy: fast, digital, fandom-driven, and brand-focused. His financial strength comes from attention that can become sales almost instantly. That makes him extremely valuable right now. But compared with the 2 legends above him, his wealth still feels younger, still expanding, and not yet as accumulated across decades. With Andy Lau, the power is longevity. His fortune was not built from one peak, but from 40 years of acting, singing, concerts, production, endorsements, and public love. He is the kind of superstar who proves that consistency can become wealth. His empire may not feel as globally massive as Jackie Chan's, but it is deep, stable, and extraordinarily respected. But when all of these wealth systems are compared, Jackie Chan still stands far above the rest. because Jackie Chan did not only become rich inside Chinese entertainment, he became rich globally. That is the difference. His career crossed Hong Kong cinema, Hollywood films, international action franchises, production, endorsements, business ventures, and global cultural recognition. That kind of wealth is almost impossible to match because it was built across languages, markets, and generations. Xiao Zhan gives us the future of fandom-driven wealth. Andy Lau gives us classic superstar fortune. Jackie Chan gives us global entertainment empire. Three wealthy men, three different money systems, three different eras of Chinese celebrity power, but only one actor whose name became a worldwide brand for decades. And that is why, in the end, Jackie Chan stands at the top.